just the decision to go with JaVale and what it did for you guys?
I mean, we got two centers that play two different ways. And, sometimes, definitely, Zaza comes in here and gives a different punch. His physicality and his smarts in the pick and roll, passing the basketball. And JaVale comes in and gives us a guy that can put pressure on the rim. And I felt like, Coach felt like we needed more pressure at the rim and kind of open us up a bit on the wings. And but I thought Zaza handled it well. He came in, played extremely hard. We're going to need both of those guys. No matter if they're starting or coming off the bench, we're going to need both of them to be solid and play good basketball. So, you know, we put a lot of emphasis on starting, but some of the best players come off the bench and play huge minutes, so it really doesn't matter. I'm glad that both of them would get minutes, and JaVale came out and played well, but we're going to need both of them.
Clay became the 10th player in franchise history to score 10,000 points tonight. What's it like playing alongside a guy like Clay?
It's amazing because he just really doesn't think out there. You know, he goes out there and just plays free, and it's contagious, and especially when we're going through ruts and mentally we out of it a bit. You can look at Clay; he's still playing the same way, and you know, we respect that. I'm happy I get to play with somebody that puts in that much work and displays it on the court every night.
Kevin, you guys, in the first part of this game, there was like a level of intensity that was almost like playoff-like, and it kind of put the other team, put the Clippers on their heels a little bit. Was it by design to get that fast start so they can get rid of all that talk about the slow start, first quarters and so forth?
Really, the talk doesn't matter. We did it because we just wanted to play better, you know, and I think we did a good job of at 23 in the end of the first, and after that they scored 30 every quarter. So first quarter, you know, we got it out the way, but we got to also know we got 4 quarters of basketball to play. So we're not impressed with giving up that many points the last 3 quarters, but we started the game off well. Now we got to put the full game together.
Steve said that there were a lot of good things to build on from tonight's game. Do you agree with that? What are some of the things that you saw?
I seen that we were up 17 a couple times and we just let them back in the game. I felt like we could have knocked them out earlier, and you know, we had 3 turnovers there in a row, and that gave them life. So, you know, when we upped out that much, we just gotta be solid, make the right plays, continue to hit singles like we always talk about, and know that, you know, if we up 17 and the next play, we might not knock them out, but if we get 2 or 3 good plays in a row, they might be done. You know, so. Once we get to that, I think that's, you know, we're going to take the next step and go to the next level, which we're already at a high level in my opinion. But that's what I seen tonight, and we executed down the stretch. Our second unit executed at the start of the second quarter, so that's a plus. And, you know, we got to keep pushing.
How are you feeling? I saw you take a hit early on the side. You straight?
Did have the lineup change. Looked like Kurt tightened the rotation a little bit, and it maybe got you in that second quarter a little earlier than normal. Do you sense the coaches have approached these last 24 games a little more seriously, and do you react to that?
No, they've been approaching it serious the whole time. I mean, it's on us to go out there and execute the game plan. And obviously, you know, coaches and players could be better. I mean, that's just what you want when you're trying to be great. But they've been locked in all season and been challenging us to be a better team all year. So I felt like they may have made a couple more adjustments with the lineups, but other than that, I mean, they've been on point all year.
Prior to tonight's game, the last 8 games, you guys split those, and it seemed like you really take issue with people saying this team is struggling.
No, I mean, I said that one time. I said it yesterday. I haven't been talking about that for longer than a day.
Hold on. During that stretch,
okay,
you would say, like somebody said we're struggling. Like, nah, we'll be good. We're gonna get it. Yeah. So it seemed like, you know, why?
I'm just positive, and I see what we can do. I see who we are. I see the type of players we have and how hard we work. So I just can't come in here and say that we're, you know, in a rut or things are going bad for us. Even if we are struggling, I know we can get out of it quick because we got a mentally strong team, we got a smart basketball team, and we got a smart coaching staff. So I'm just optimistic every night going into the next practice that we're going to continue to get better. And I always took that approach to basketball. So excuse me if I don't agree with you.
You always want to take one at a time, I understand, but is it a little bit easier to be fully engaged, and when you know the season is starting to wind down a little bit and the playoffs are coming, is it a little bit easier to get into that mode, playoff mode, when you get to this point of the season?
Tomorrow's never promised, and I feel as though if we got to take every possession seriously, and if we want to get to where we want to get to, we can't skip any days. We can't fast forward to the playoffs, so we might as well just lock into where we are today, because you never know what happens tomorrow. So that's always how we approach this thing. That's how we try to, and obviously, our minds tend to wander. That's just how we are as humans. So, it's hard for us to stay focused every second. That's what you're fighting against, and that's what makes a really good basketball team. Is if you fight against, thinking about other things. And so it's always about winning a possession each and every time you step on the court. In practice, going every rep, trying to go as hard as you can, and shoot arounds, doing the same thing. And then when you're done, working on your individual game. So it's a challenge every single day that you got to be mentally ready for. And it starts with games and practices, and we can't look down the line. We just got to focus on what's in front of us, because if we don't, we'll look up and we won't be ready for when that show starts. So that's how I look at this thing.
Last one for Ron.
Kevin, you guys obviously shot 63% tonight. Clay made his first 7. Steph went 10 for 12 in the second half. How much can the break sort of rejuvenate outside shooting? And does that last, or just kind of give you fresh legs for a couple games? Or
I don't know. I don't think the break has anything to do with it. Those guys put in work. They work on their jump shot. It's about repetition. So if you shoot as many times as you can, it's about trial and error. So if you miss him to the right, you'll figure it out. If you miss it to the left, you'll figure it out. So Steph shoots a bunch of shots every day, and if he's missing, he'll figure it out and try to correct it during his workout. Play the same way. I'm the same way along with the rest of the team. So break or not, you got to put the work in. I think that's what this team does, night in and night out, day in and day out, practice and shoot arounds, and it happens. And then also when you see a guy make eight threes and Clay start off 7 for 7, it's because they put that work in when y'all on the round. So, if you want to shoot well next game, you got to come in tomorrow and put some more work in.
Great, thank you. Steph's coming in now.